How's this for impromptu? How's this for without warning? Just boom, here we go. And let me see here. Plug in real quick. I'm hoping you can hear me okay. Can you hear me okay? In my ears, it sounds like everything's hooked up okay. Can you let me know? Anybody who's out there? Sounds okay. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate that. I know this is like totally without warning, isn't it? Just hello, Lefty. Broho is cutting up some snacks right now. How's everybody doing? Lee? And Lise, I talked to you guys yesterday, but it's always good to see you today. Hey, Valerie. I hope you're doing good. I've seen you around, out and about the little bit of times I've popped in different streams from here to there. So it's good to see you. I hope you're doing good. Hey, Rena. I hope you're doing good too. I hope your Memorial weekend was a little bit enjoyable for you. Sleuth Mom, guess what I got in the mail 2 weeks ago? I got my Sleuth Mom merch. I love it too. It's super comfortable and it fits great. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Got a new sound setup here, so still getting used to it. Hey, Diz, how are you? I was lurking a little bit last night while I was dozing off. Hello, Lori Fuller. I hope you're doing good. Candy Girl. I had to put them on private for a little bit. There's a handful of them that are out, but I'll be going through them over the next couple, probably the rest of this week, and putting them out as I can. But I had to put some of them on private just because of just some dumb, stuff that's going on. But good, Lee. I'm glad for that. But yeah, they'll be back out by the end of the week, unless I have to edit any of them. But sorry about that. But there's just some crazies out here. You know what I mean? Sweet Mom, so glad to see you, fine. Yeah, I was actually going to call you the other day to give you some railroad update stuff. But I'm going to get the shirt out and record a video, and then I'll send it to you before I upload it here. But yeah, they did a great job. They did a great job. I've worn it once, washed it twice, so they don't shrink. They fit really good. So I'm really happy with it. I hope more people go and check it out. I've got the link, so when I get back to streaming, which, this week, next week, yeah, I'll definitely be dropping the link for that, because you have some great merch. And thank you for covering the trial, the Letitia Staub trial. That was hard, but thank you for covering that. I think you did a better job than anyone that I've seen covering it. Yeah, I love it. It fits perfect. It's great. Hey, Fizzle, beautiful Fizzle. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping. And I'm not going to move long tonight. I just wanted to check in and say hey. And then I'll go back to my regular 2 times a week, 3 times occasionally. I just need to take a little break and step back for a little bit. Luckily, this is one of the easy holidays. Yeah, me too. I was thinking about you earlier, though, and hoping that you were getting by pretty good today. So it's good to hear it's not as difficult. I'm glad for that. Hey, Earth. Good to see you, friend. I haven't talked to you for a while. I've been MIA the last couple of days. I've had just a lot of crazy life stuff, Sometimes you got to unplug. You got to unplug and back away and reevaluate and, go from there. That's kind of my motto. Candy Girl, good to see you. Hey, Seal, always good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. How's everybody's weekend been going? What you guys been up to outside of YouTube? Let's talk outside of YouTube, because YouTube's been crazy. Been a lot of not nice things going on YouTube. So how have things been outside of YouTube? If you guys had family time over the weekend, if you gotten out of town, what have you done? I got family with me now, having a good dinner. My sister-in-law makes the best barbecue, anything and everything, and I swear to you, I'm gonna gain 10 pounds eating all of the barbecue I can fit in my stomach. It's delicious. I don't want to share it with anybody at all. Just want to put that out there. She won't share the recipe. I don't blame her, but oh my God, it's so good. What have you guys all been up to? Besides, the obvious here. Just had a killer stream last night. I caught a little bit of it. I was just about to type in chat and then I dozed off. But I wish we weren't on opposite sides of the country. You know what I mean? Hey, Irish gal, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I'm only going to be a little bit tonight. I just kind of wanted to get back in the swing of stuff and check in with everybody and see how everybody was doing. I think those breaks are extremely important. Completely. To me too. I've been a little light on the streaming. Had so much going on in life for a minute. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, you killed it during the Letitia Stout trial. I mean, those are long days every day and a lot of emotional conversations and things that were taking place. So I think a much deserved break for sure. I think you definitely deserved it. Hey, Checking Convictions. It's always good to see you. Thank you for the love and support both. I appreciate it. Pretty great to have you stop in. Thank you. Candy Girl says, drinking my first Wicked Cherry drink. I'm not a drinker, but today's a good day to drink. All right. I hope it goes well for you and be responsible. I feel like I should say something like be responsible. But you know what? Sometimes you don't have to be responsible. Whatever it takes. Enjoy it. Totally enjoy it. My oldest daughter, husband, and 2 granddaughters came from Kansas to visit for 3 weeks. Oh, I hope you're enjoying that. I hope that you're enjoying that time. That's great. That's really good. I'm happy for you. Family is like the best thing. Mad Miss Hatter, hello. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you stopping in. Lefty. It's just made me some barbecue. You better stay away from my barbecue. Get out the fridge. Put the barbecue down. Guys, I don't want to share it at all. Nana got a sandwich earlier. I was like, what are you doing? And then she put coleslaw on it. I said, what are you doing? You're destroying the barbecue like that. I don't think you should be eating it if you're going to destroy it like that. You know what I mean? Don't do that. But she ate it anyway. I'm going to have to hide it. That's what I'm going to do. To grab another refrigerator and hide it. It's so good. It is so delicious. It's so good. Oh, I can handle all that barbecue. I promise. It's like 3:30 in the morning. I wake up and I'm tiptoeing through the house to get down to to the kitchen to get the barbecue, put it on bread. Oh my God. I have to have it. It's like an addiction. Staying in, making dinner, soon finishing up a couple things, and afterwards probably take a couple of days out. Yeah, I don't blame you. Sometimes you gotta step away for a couple days. I mean, the last several days has been pretty crazy. I've caught a little bit here or there, and yeah, I mean, I'm definitely planned tomorrow to do a regular stream. I have some opinions about things that are going on and people that are being hurt and the methods that are used to hurt them and people that are standing by and watching. And I definitely have an opinion about that. I've been gone. I've had a lot of stuff going on. But I've spent the last couple of days catching up to the best of my ability. And this place, man. I'd like to go into it now, but I'm going to hold off until tomorrow. I'm going to put a couple more thoughts on paper. But there's some people being hurt over a whole lot of nothing, really. Difference of opinion. Over some pretty insignificant reasons. There's a lot of real life activities. There's a lot of it's almost like a competition of sorts. I really don't want to get into it, but tomorrow I definitely plan to give my opinion about that. And be a place of support for people who are the receiving end of that, because it's just a whole nother environment. It's a whole nother environment. It's not the place that it was once before. You know what, the old quote, well, I'm gonna leave it for tomorrow. But tomorrow, definitely gonna put my 2 cents in. Your oldest daughter came out of car with a big surprise. 7 months pregnant and you didn't know? Oh, wow, what a surprise. Congratulations. That's amazing. 7 months pregnant. They hid it from you just to surprise you. I think that's great. I think it's awesome. I caught a little bit of AB's live. I was so bummed. Like, AB, go at the same time, man. Throw me a bone here and make it the same time. I hate missing AB's lives. Hey, Monroe. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. I love that that photo they're using there too. I really like that. Hey, Scott H. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. So I'm sure you guys know what I was talking about earlier, and you're welcome to voice your opinions about it. But today I've had a hard time keeping my mouth shut. I don't want to be somebody who reacts in anger. I want to be able to think through, but I think everybody should think through. I think everybody should open their eyes and see what's going on, and maybe look at it through clear eyes, and then look at yourself. It's crazy. Been doing family bike rides. Oh, Fizzle, that sounds like such a great idea. I bet it's like probably pretty relaxing too right now. I'm glad. I'm very glad that you guys enjoy bike rides and getting outside and doing stuff. I know hiking is kind of one of my go-tos. Hiking, zip lining, things like that. My broho said, I just did. You won't find it. I bet I do. I can sniff it out. Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations, Irish gal. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. Very much. Hey, Quiz, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. I've had a lot of crazy stuff going on, getting settled, and just, I'll address it tomorrow. But yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. And I hope that you're doing good too. I enjoy seeing you in chats from time to time. Always do. So I'm glad that you're here, and I hope that you're doing good. Yeah, family bike rides are like awesome memories. You're making memories now every day that you do stuff like that. You're making memories. I can't tell you how many times little days that I didn't think would be significant, because they didn't start off with the intention of being significant, but by the end of the day, whether it's looking over and seeing your child smile a certain way, or them just being exceptionally happy that day, something making it significant by the end of the day is like a huge gift. It's like a gift that you didn't expect to receive. And years later down the road, when they hit you, it's so amazing. It's amazing when you get smacked with that memory. It's like a long-awaited gift that you had completely forgotten about. So I think it's great getting out and doing family things like that. What's probably a normal weekend activity. I think it's awesome. I love it. Chasing Justice is going live tomorrow with the same thing. I did see that. I saw that. And I subscribed, and I have notifications up for that. I think more people should be talking about some of this stuff and acknowledging what's going on. I've had, like I said, the time to kind of sit and see from, various different sides. And I think the game, doxing in general is wrong, but children especially is very wrong. Yep, very much. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I've been somebody in a chat watching it happen when I was, brand new. Didn't know. I knew it was wrong. We know right from wrong. We know what's right and we know what's wrong. And at that time, I didn't know that I had a voice. I didn't know that I could say anything, or that I could, leave the stream and never go back. Like, I didn't know the options that I had that could affect the outcome of what was happening in that dynamic. And so I did nothing. Today, on this side of the fence, I know I have a voice, you have a voice, everyone has a voice. And when we're seeing things like this happening, it's a matter of acknowledging it and what are we going to do about it? And that's what I've been thinking about the last couple of days. Not one of us can sit back and say, you don't have an option. There's nothing that you can do to help the situation. Whether you have a channel or you don't have a channel, there's something that you can do to help the situation. And it starts with acknowledging the truth about what's going on, not playing the, but so-and-so did this, or but so-and-so did that, or this is worse than that. Wrong is wrong and right is right. And if we're sitting in the shadow or alongside of wrong, we're wrong. And if we continue to sit there, we continue to be wrong. And that's kind of where my head's been going, along with, a lot of the same, just, ugly emails. I mean, there's just so much ugly going on. And it continues because there's not enough people doing the right thing about it. But I agree, doxing in general is wrong. Doxing children is especially wrong. I definitely agree with that. I'll never be on board with that ever. I want to thank those who fought for our rights and the right to innocent before guilt. Absolutely, is one I'm thankful for. Thank you, all of the vets and lost vets, bless them all. Thank you, Checking Convictions. Today's a very special day. Being a military brat, I understand. And it's a hard day for a lot of people. It's a good day, it's a bad day. It's all of those days, but yeah, those are really pretty. I'm glad to acknowledge it completely. Irish gal, people get hurt so easy and not worthy of being hurt. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's also a lot of fear. People have a lot of fear right now. They're afraid to voice an opinion. They're afraid to do the right thing. They're afraid to acknowledge. They're afraid of a lot of things because they're seeing what's happening to other people. It's like an emotional hostage almost situation, which I can understand that too. I can understand that. The fear of being doxxed, the fear of, your real life being affected. I can understand that. But as a whole, we have to each be accountable for our part. You don't have to be necessarily the person doxing or the person finding the information for the docs to be revealed. You don't have to be that person, but partaking in it by sitting in the chat and watching it, by continuing to support that person, by staying in the chat, by being supportive in the chat, by financially supporting that. Those are all, that's your support. If you're doing those things, you're supporting the docs, and it's something that we need to have a hard conversation about. We need to take our feelings personally aside and look at the whole situation. And we need to have an open conversation about it. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Closing our eyes to what's happening to somebody else shouldn't make you feel better, especially on this platform and in this community. You shouldn't be able to close your eyes and see what's happening to other people without acknowledging that you could be the next person, because it's coming from so many different directions and so many different places and so many different people with only one intention, which is to cause harm and to affect your real life, to hurt you. That makes it bad. That makes it terrible. Mermaid says, still praying for Vaughn. A big thank you to him and all the veterans. Absolutely. Happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans families. Happy Veterans Day to all. Good to see you, Monroe. I love having soup. I'm Stinson. Guys, we have royalty in the chat. We have Stinson has the soup. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you very much. Very, very much. I was catching up on the circle jerks earlier today. I have yesterday's stream to watch. And then I'll be all caught up. And as usual, I enjoy your guys' commentary and opinions. And Pearl is amazing. Can I just throw that out there? Can I just say Pearl's pretty amazing? AB always has good commentary with a good voice. Absolutely. 100%. I think the world of AB. He's a great person. Eva, beautiful Eva is here. Thanks for popping in, girl. I saw you at Diz's place. I was just about brave enough to type in the chat when I started dozing off. For sure. Butterfly kisses. Hey, V, just checking in. Thanks. I hope you're doing good. Thanks for checking in. I hope you're enjoying the nice weather wherever you are. Let's see. Ooh, where am I at? Nope, down here. I thought I got lost. Maybe I got lost. How's the weather where you guys are at? It's finally warm here where I'm at. It's finally beautiful. And like not cold and wonderful, and I love it. Clancy Woodard, welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Thanks for popping in. Yep, AV has a great radio voice, doesn't he? He does. I'm going through a rough grieving time, but wanted to check in. It's kind of a rough time for a lot of people, definitely. Just remember to take care of yourself and give yourself time. Remember to be kind to yourself. And just remember, nobody ever chooses grief. Nobody ever makes the decision to lose the people that they can't imagine living the rest of their life without. And no matter how you're doing it or what you're feeling, it's normal, and don't let yourself be tricked into feeling otherwise. I don't know if you journal or not, but journaling is something that I absolutely have to do in order to get through any rough day. But I hope that tomorrow is easier than what today was. Fizzle, we'll be paintballing here soon now that everyone's old enough. Paintball? Girl, I hope y'all got goggles and elbow pads and chest protectors and all of the things. Paintballing, it's kind of fun too, but I don't really want to say it too loud. I hope you have fun though. Be careful. I hope you're around tomorrow. I might have a couple. I have one there's one thing I'm a little confused about, but I think I know where to find the clarity with that. But if not, I'll message you. Yeah, I'm glad that you stopped in. Really, really glad that you stopped in. I know, right? Paintball sounds like so much fun, doesn't it? Did I tell you guys about the barbecue? Oh my gosh. I just had a sandwich and I'm ready for another one. I'm going to gain 20 pounds. Cherish every moment and memory of my mother. She was my best friend. That's amazing. Write those memories down to share them with other people in your life that you haven't met yet. It's a good way to introduce the people that you've lost with the people that you haven't met yet. And it becomes easier to talk about your loss and to talk about the person that you lost if they feel kind of like they knew who you're missing. I always recommend writing down the things about them that you cherish the most, the memories that you value the most, those little tiny little things, that you think people couldn't relate to, but anything that makes them alive and personable to other people, and it makes it so much easier to talk about them around people who've never met them without clearing the room, like the giant elephant that walked in stomping around in the china shop. But I'm really glad that you have the option to do that you can write it down and still remember that. Hell of alive. Yes, it's very wrong, and YouTube is doing nothing. I think YouTube is slow to respond, but I think that YouTube is probably being aware. I mean, there's a lot of channels that have been taken down and a lot that are being reported, and some that are falsely being reported. I think that I think it's slow to happen, but I still want to have faith and hope that they're going to abide by terms of service for situations like that, because it's very dangerous. It's getting more dangerous by the day, which is terrible. Hey, Susan Georgia Peach. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Yeah, the more people that sit silent, the worse that it's going to get. And it's not even about a rage fest or starting a war or participating in a war or the back and forth. It's just a matter of sometimes right is right and wrong is wrong. And there should be no blurred lines there. And so if more people who do know right from wrong and are willing to stand in the truth of what's right and speak out against what's wrong, we'll have a better chance of making this a safer platform again. That's my hope. Is, you know, that's my hope. I've started journaling down some thoughts, and I think tomorrow will be a good day to really go in on it, and I don't know, I guess give perspective. Let's see. KB, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. You're one of the people I've thought about a lot the last couple of days because some really shitty things have been said and done. And I feel terrible. Like, it's almost a helpless feeling. Like, what can you say to this person to make them feel better about the shit that's being slung at them and about them? What can you say to make them feel better about the situation? And I kind of feel like I hit a brick wall. And I don't like that feeling because I know that it's not true. And I would think that anybody who knows the situation or the person who's speaking and throwing the stuff, I would think that most people would know. But I also can relate to that feeling of not knowing. Do people really believe this kind of thing? I hope that they don't. But I stand with you because it's some shit and it shouldn't be allowed. And it's wrong. Wrong is wrong. And that is absolutely wrong. And I'm very sorry that you're the target. It's not right. It's bullshit. And I hope that whatever it is that needs to smack her to say, just stop. Just stop doing this. Stop. Just stop. I hope it hits. I hope it hits very soon because every day just makes her look worse. And if I'm 100% honest about it, I'm shocked. It's very shocking. I'm really sorry that anyone could be that nasty and low down and disgusting. I'm very sorry. It's not right and it's not okay. And I'm here for anything that I can do to help out. Valerie, I love seeing you, Valerie. You're so sweet. Hi, Miss Nicole. Always so sweet. Nicole is here and she said she can't chat or tag everybody, but she's listening. Hey, Nicole, thanks for being here and listening. I appreciate it. Going real life, the lying, doxing, not okay with any of it. I'm not either. I'm not okay with just slanderous, intentional bullshit on somebody because you're mad at them. What the hell? Are we not adults? Is this not a platform for adults to have opinions, to speak, to have conversation? I mean, what's the attack about? Why is it the bottom of the barrel as low as you can possibly go? I don't understand it. The intention behind it can't possibly be good. Therefore, the outcome can't really be that great. And I'm shocked. I just never would have thought that this is who this person really truly has been all along, just covered it up or hidden it. It's almost feeling like you fell for a huge scam, months, weeks, years, whatever, after the fact, when you have that moment of like, oh my God, how did I miss that? It's kind of what it feels like watching the shit play out. And I'm really sorry that anybody is being targeted. I mean, I get it to a perspective, but not that perspective. That is probably the worst I've ever seen. And I'm really sorry. I wish I could say or do something that could, get through to people who think that that's okay. Part of me wonders if it's too late because it just seems to be acceptable, right? But I don't think, I'm just not ready to sit down on it. Thank you, Checking Convictions. I appreciate that. Yeah. Anyways, if you can, Susan's channel link, if one of you guys can grab that really quick. If not, I'll go grab it before we close out. But I wanted to just be real quick today, just to kind of get back in the swing of things and say, hey, how's everybody doing? And I'm going to get back this week to twice a week, regular streams, maybe 3 occasionally. but definitely twice a week. It just took me a while to get caught back up because so much just keeps coming. Poppy the Good Troll, how are you? I hope that you're doing good and having a great weekend and enjoying the weather wherever you are. Hope that you're enjoying it. Hell of Alive says, absolutely. I heard there was some stuff, some doxing there too. Hell of Alive, if that's true, I'm really sorry. And it's never okay. I mean, it's just shit, right? We all just want to be like, this is just shit. I'm with you. I'm with you, standing on the side of the road with my hands and my fists thrown in the air saying, this is just shit. I'm with you. I am freaking here for it and I'm with you. This is just shit. I'm with you. 100%. Yes, absolutely. Lee says, hugs and kisses to all the brave men and women who have fought for our freedom. Absolutely. And for all who are still fighting and are going to fight in the future for our freedom. Absolutely. Thank you. And their families and their loved ones to also make a hell of a sacrifice in order to be with those that they love. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree 100%. Susan Georgia Pete, I hope you guys are doing okay. I've kind of caught the tail end of some things. Like I said, I'm getting caught up tonight. Tomorrow before I go live, I will have been completely caught up. But you guys are kicking it over there, man. I was talking about this to my members the other night. It's so sad. This is what YouTube has become. It absolutely is. Like, disgusting sad. I remember when going real life was so frowned upon. If you did it, you'd be banned everywhere. Absolutely. I mean, I haven't been on YouTube for very long, but I do remember that it was not accepted. It was not tolerated. Done. That's it. Capiche? You're done. No support. No content. Nobody's going to work with you. Nobody's going to communicate. Like, done. And I wish that I wish we got back to those days because I feel like the standards have been just ripped away. There are none anymore. It's like a free-for-all. If you disagree with somebody or they disagree with you, it's not a matter of conversation anymore. It's a matter of we're going to battle every day, all day, nonstop until I make you disappear or you make me disappear. That's after I infiltrate your entire life, come up with whatever I can to get you in trouble or looked down on, or your children taken away, or your job taken away, or divorce, or whatever the hell it is. Why? And that's the question that I got stuck at earlier. If I say you did something and you say you didn't do something, and we both present our side, people have the option to believe A, B, or none of it, or to say I don't care, it doesn't affect me. When did this need to make you disappear, to make me? When did this happen? When did it get to the point that people on a whim go into your life? The smear camp. When did that become okay? When did everybody just kind of be like, I'm going to watch it happen to that person and that person and that person, whether I agree with it or not, but I'm not going to say a word. I'm not going to say nothing. Whether you're afraid or not afraid, whether you find it entertaining, whether you agree with it, whether you don't, you're a part of it. If you're participating in it, if you're there watching it, if you're present, if you make the conscious decision to find it entertainment and think that your turn is not next or soon to come, I got news for you. If everybody sits on it and does nothing and says nothing, you are definitely at some point going to be the target because it just is the new way of YouTube. I don't like that. I don't understand it. I don't agree with it. We don't have to like each other. We don't have to agree with each other. We don't have to sit in a corner and hold hands. We don't have to live in the same house. We don't have to share paychecks. We don't have to have any communication. But at some point, the need to destroy someone's life because they disagree with you, because they say you did this or you said that, and they present their side. At some point, this need to repetitive, nasty emails, threats. I mean, I'm getting them, so I know that they're happening to other people. I'm not sure when that became accepted, normal, okay. But it's bullshit. And in my opinion, If there are two people having a disagreement or an argument about, let's say, who took something from the table, who took an apple from the table, me or my brother. If I say, my brother took it, and my brother says, I took it, we're both standing there with a look on our face. We walk away. If one of us turns around and tries to destroy the other person, why? Why are you trying to destroy the other person so hard? What could possibly be going through your head that you can't just walk away from a disagreement, an argument, being called out? You have a platform, you have a voice, whether you have a channel or not. Why do you walk away with such hatred and animosity that your only decision is to gather as much information about that person as you possibly can and start from one end to the other of their life with the sole goal of destroying them if you have nothing to hide? If you truly are innocent and haven't done anything, why are you working so hard to not only silence the other person, but completely destroy them and get rid of them? Because that's what it looks like to me. When somebody has to go that hard, that real life, with the sole purpose of not saying you're wrong, but destroying you, every part of you. You're guilty. You are the person that looks guilty. If somebody says I lied on them, or I stole from them, or I hurt them, or I did this, or I did that, or whatever, and I know I didn't do that, I know I didn't do it, I say I didn't do that. I present my side. I didn't do that. I walk away. I don't have the need to prove to every person who's ever going to be on this platform or was on this platform that I'm right and you're wrong. For some reason, it doesn't hit me the way it does other people. That's not my immediate go-to. But if I stop at nothing to infiltrate your life and destroy everything that you care about, doesn't that make me look guilty of being the liar? I kind of think it does. I think the day that people can't just have a difference of opinion, a heated conversation, whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, without destroying each other's lives, and this is sad. Is it worth it? Is it worth being here anymore then? Because I have a hard time believing that it is. I have a hard time believing that this is an environment where people can actually come and be themselves and have the hard conversations about the difficult things in life, or enjoy watching a little bit of drama like the old soap operas or any of the various communities. You know, we have to talk about it. Even the hard stuff that you don't want to talk about. Even if you're sitting in the chat feeling guilty, but you don't know what to do, like, we have to talk about it. Because it's not okay to sit by and watch good people be destroyed because someone's having a bad day, or their feelings are hurt, or they didn't like being exposed for who they were. All they have to say is they don't agree with it. That's it. Nobody's trying to destroy your community. Nobody's trying to do that. But in return, you want to destroy lives? And there's so many people doing it. It's like, what happened? What changed? When did that become the goal? Why is it accepted? Why are so many people sitting silent about it? Because it's not happening to them. Recently, some people who very involved in doing that in my life got a taste of their own medicine, meaning they were the target of some pretty vicious, slanderous people. And my knee-jerk reaction was like, why does it take happening to you for you to understand that it's wrong? That was my knee-jerk reaction. I wanted to be that selfish idiot, right? That's like, oh, but you didn't care when it's happening to me. But I can't be like that. I journal through it. I'm like, I can't be like that. I can't be like that. Because this environment, this community is not like real life. It's not. It's not like our relationships in real life. So it has to be handled differently. But I think all of us are responsible to an extent for what we allow, what we accept, what we participate in, even by watching. And I have some hard questions that I would like to go through tomorrow. And we don't all have to agree on the answers. We don't have to say we agree with what's overboard, or we don't have to agree with who's guilty. I don't even want to talk about who's guilty. We don't have to agree on any of those things. We have to agree to standards and what we're willing to allow in our lives and in everybody else's lives, even the people that we don't like. And I want some people with the control of the standards. Yeah, the creators absolutely here displaying this BS and doxing everyone, subs, mods, other creators, etc. It's not okay. This is not how things should be. It's not. It's not. I'm tired of getting emails, people threatening to hit me head on. Really? Get out of here. You sound insane. You sound insane sending emails to somebody, threatening to hit them head on, driving down the road. You sound crazy. It's not scary. It's crazy. It's crazy. If I had done something, you just completely overshadowed it. And that's a lot of what's happening. Hey, Tater, how are you? I just got my email back earlier today, and I'm going to get back with you as soon as I get off this live stream. Absolute death threats, BS. Absolute death threats. Absolute death threats. Crazy stuff. Numbers, this, that, whatever. Just stuff that's never taken, like, I'm looking out my window. I mean, it's stuff that's like, are you really this unhinged? Are you this in need of therapy? Are you bottoming out? How does your mind go to this place? There's people I don't like on this platform. There's people I don't like. I just stay away from them. I don't go to their chats. I don't listen to their bullshit. I don't partake in it. I don't even have an opinion about it. I don't go to other chats, talk about it. If somebody asks me about my personal involvement, I'll tell them the truth. But I'm not on a mission to have constant conversation about people I don't like, if that makes sense. My truth is my truth. People don't have to agree with me. But I'm not on a mission to every day wake up and have a screaming match with people. I'm not doing that shit. That's negativity. That's ugliness. That's shit that I'm not willing to do. I'm not going to give my life screaming on a platform because I disagree with people, because I don't like what they've said or done to me. I'm not doing it. But there's some people, that's what they live for. I don't understand them. I don't have to understand them because they're not in my environment. They're not people I care about. They're not in my life. But when we get to the point of death threats, the problem is you, friend. You're typing out death threats from throwaway emails. The problem is you. You're sending them to various people. The things that you're saying make no sense, but make no mistake, they are threats of death. That's crazy. Anything that's ever been said or done, you just escalated it by 50 because you actually typed out death threats. You see what I'm saying? This is where we've gotten to. And I haven't even been on here that much. I've been real life, doing real life. So I can only understand what people like KB are going through right now. Death threats against me, that's one thing. Taking my children's lives, spinning a narrative to fit your need, throwing it out there, and weaponizing. I don't understand that, and I can't fathom it. But I also can't sit by and watch her deal with it by herself because it's the easy thing to do when the right thing to do is to be supportive of her. I hope that makes sense to everybody. Tomorrow, I'm sure it'll make more sense. Today, I'm still a little in my fifis about all of this stuff. I'm still shocked. I'm still shocked that the stuff is happening, that's going on, and that it's accepted, because it feels like these behaviors have become accepted on the platform. I also can't understand that. Pearl's very easy to listen to, and I love the accent too, and she's hilarious. She's very funny. I'd love to one day meet Pearl and have coffee and just shoot the shit. She seems like somebody you could just sit on the porch, drink coffee, and just shoot the shit with. For real. I think so. Been overcast. Quiz says, I need sleep now. Catch the replay. Good night, Quiz. I hope that you got some rest. And yeah, I hope you make it back tomorrow. Candy Girl. BS. I hope that you get some rest tonight. I hope things simmer down. I hope more people decide to do the right thing. Either way, you can count me as somebody that you can lean on in a time that you need it. And I'm just so very sorry. There's no reason to justify. None. There's nothing that can be said to justify that shit. Once upon a time, welcome and thank you. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for stopping in. Journals are amazing. I love to journal. I don't think I could live without journaling. Hey, Brandy B. Always good to see you. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you very much. You got some extra burgers? You eat the burgers. I'm keeping the barbecue. I can't even tell you guys how amazing it is. It's like the best barbecue I've ever had in my whole life. I crave it. Literally 3:30 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, I really want some barbecue. It's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. Gone through grief by challenging myself. Yes. I get through another goal. To make my son happy and proud of me. Absolutely. And doesn't it feel amazing to know that you've made them proud? I relate to that so much, Rena. I'm glad that you found a positive way. Absolutely. You deserve it. I think about you a lot too. A lot. I hope things are getting a little easier for you. Never easy enough, but breathing a little lighter from time to time. I hope so. Yes, give your loved ones a legacy book. They are such a gift. Absolutely. I agree. Save the little pictures. Print them out. Put them on flash drives or thumb drives or whatever the heck they're called. Don't ever let someone tell you that you're taking too many pictures. Take all the pictures. Keep them all. Absolutely, keep them all. Hey, 6 Up Media. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. 6 Up Media. I don't know why I always do that whenever I say your name. 6 Up Media. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of what I do. 6 Up Media. I know. I gotta stop, but I can't. Mermaid. So many missed and never forgotten. Absolutely. Absolutely. Always share them. Sweet stories. Definitely. For me, it's so much easier. People I'm really, really close to that never met my son that passed away. One of the best things I ever did was just talk about him and tell a lot of stories about him, because I literally could talk about him at any point in time and they don't get uncomfortable. They don't get up and walk out the room. They don't look at me weird. They don't get tears in their eyes. And I firmly believe in a room full of 100 other people, they could pick him out based on photos and things that I've, shared with them. It's one of the best gifts you can give yourself when you're missing somebody. So just talk about them. Like, set the standard. You're going to have bad days. Things are going to be rough from time to time. But the more you talk about them, the more comfortable, the more normal talking about them becomes, and people become comfortable around it. We have to set the standard. We can't continue to let grief and the stigmas and stereotypes set the standard. If we want to be able to move forward in a positive direction, that's what I encourage everyone who's missing somebody right now to do. As being there, bees, you deserve an army right now. That's 100% true. You deserve an army. And thank God for AB, Thank God for him. AB's such a good guy. And if I've never, ever, I've always known that, but if I never believed that, or if I ever doubted it, I wouldn't today. I would not today. When AB's had more than enough reason to be like, listen, y'all, take this drama stuff somewhere else. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. He's another person who sets a good example by knowing right from wrong and standing up for what's right and speaking out about what's wrong, no matter if it's comfortable or not for him. And AB's just a really good person. I've never doubted that. But if I ever have doubted that, today I stand firm in that he's a great human being. He's a wonderful person. I'm glad to call him a friend. I'm glad that I have met him. I'm glad to know him, and I'm always going to be supportive of him, because there's so many other people that are standing with their head down, not wanting to get dirty, so to speak. But that's not really the right thing to do. Nobody has to go to battle or go to war. But doing nothing is why all of this stuff continues. And AB's not doing that. AB is definitely supportive to the people who are in need of that right now. And God, I love him for it. AB's a great person. He definitely sets a good standard here. Absolutely, wrong is wrong. And there's no other way about it. And it doesn't change. Doing the right thing isn't always doing the easy thing. But doing the right thing, you're holding yourself accountable. And absolutely, BS is a great human that doesn't deserve the things that's I get so mad about it. So I've been journaling it. And I have some examples and ugly things to show tomorrow. Some of these emails are just disgusting. Like, I don't know who's sending them yet. I will find out who's sending them. But if you know who's sending them, you might want to get them some help, because you have to be completely in your own having your own mental issues right now in order to even type the shit out. It's just insane. I think you have to look at where it's coming from. Pure trash, throwing crap at the wall, and see a thing. Yeah. I mean, I think that, yeah, I think it's a good way of saying it. That's a really good way of saying it. Yeah, absolutely. There's so many good people here. And I don't want to see the good people get overshadowed by bad behaviors of other people. Oh, Salty, I missed you too. Very much so. I know I've been gone for a while. I had so much crap, man. Crap. I had a couple videos to show you from the railroad, where I work as a conductor, where I just take tickets and stuff. Please stop being a liar. For the love of God. All right, y'all. Oh, 6 Up Media. 6 Up Media. I want you guys to all say that whenever you see your name. A bunch of 4-year-old somethings in second grade. It feels like it does, doesn't it? 40-year-olds on the playground. And I did see, because there's a handful of times that I was able to like go through community wall, stuff like that, or go through my subscription stuff. I did vote for your son like every day for 4 or 5 days straight, I think it was. I really hope that he won. You have to let me know, because I haven't been able to catch up or to look to see. But I did see that, and I did vote. So I'm hoping that he got to skate with the legend. For sure. That would be great news. If not, better luck next time, but I'll vote. Just let me know. That's pretty cool. A lot of people have fallen for it, unfortunately. That's crazy. Sometimes I wonder if it's truly falling for it or if it's fear because the person knows too much about you and you're seeing what they're doing to other people. And so you sit in the filth and the wrongdoing and the ugly and the bad behavior because you're afraid to leave it. Because I think that there's a lot of that going on too in a handful of different areas on this platform. I think that people are watching the behind the scenes and they're a part of the behind the scenes and they know the lengths that these people will go to and they sit in fear. There's people, I was scared to death of doxing until it happened like 11 times. It's not okay. It's never okay, but it's a scare tactic. It's a fear tactic that's used to keep you in line. There's so many of these things that I've been thinking about and journaling about And if you're up for an absolute open conversation where you're willing to hear other people's opinions and you're willing to accept what's right and what's wrong, I'm not even asking you to stand on a side of it. I'm just asking if you're willing to have the conversation, the difficult conversation. I'd like for you to come back tomorrow. It'll be around 7, 8 o'clock Eastern time. I'd like for you to hear me out, and I'd like to hear your opinions. Because we have to do something. We can't just continue to let this happen over and over and over every day, all the time. We can't. If we do, there's no community. Then every person who comes to YouTube is next. They're targeted next. Because some people are having a bad day. Because they're pissed off because they got exposed. Because they made bad decisions and they don't want to own up to that because they're not mature enough to own up to that. Because they can't say, I messed up. I should have or shouldn't have. They can't fess up to it. They can't do that. And so what we just let that go. It's not about beating them up, calling them out, going real life. It's not about any of those things. It's about acknowledging not only is it against terms of service, but is it right? Like, is it okay? Would you want somebody to do that to you or your sister or your best friend or your brother or your mom or your daughter? If what you're doing to this person that you're angry at right now, if somebody was doing that to your best friend or your sister, your daughter, your brother, your dad, your mom, whatever, would you be okay with that or would it be infuriating? That's how you know right from wrong. That's how you know if what you're doing is right or not. I think it's a conversation that we need to have. And if you're somebody who's in the chat finding that it's entertainment, if you find it entertaining, if you're cheering it on, then I'd like to have a conversation with you about why. Why is watching someone's life be destroyed? Why is that entertainment? And how is it okay? How is it right? And how do you find that it's okay? What could that person have done to warrant how hard you're going for them? Because they disagree? If there's somebody here that's that bad, then terms of service, they're clearly violating terms of service. This other stuff has to stop. I mean, it has to. What's it going to take? Someone's death? Someone going to prison? Like, what's the end game for some of these people? It's no longer about shutting a channel down, calling someone out, or reporting terms of service violations or any of those things. It's about destroying their life. What do you get out of that? What's the intention behind that? That's what I need to know, to understand. Yeah, I'm not watching the well shit show either. Nope. I think Summer's Day sounds like a very supportive, smart, community, thought-provoking. I think it sounds great. I wish people would stop from what I understand, I wish people would stop referring to it as a vigil. Doesn't sound like a vigil at all to me. But as far as the wells themselves, yeah, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that. Not because I hate them or dislike them or anything like that. But because it's not doing any good for them or for Summer or for anyone involved. It's not doing any good. They're not entertainment. They're not TV characters. They're not, written into a book or a scene or a script or a TV show or a magazine or any of those things. They're human beings. Whether they have issues or they don't have issues, whether they have committed a crime or not committed a crime is irrelevant to me. They're human beings. I'm not in position to stand in judgment of them. I've never stood in their shoes. I'm not living their life right now, and I never have. But they're definitely not entertainment value. And they're not clicks and views. They're human beings. And being on this platform, paneling one person, doesn't matter who it is not helping them. It's hurting them. And I think it's wrong. So I won't partake in it. I won't watch it. I've made a conscious decision to avoid that kind of thing. Because doing the right thing, again, isn't always the easy thing. Sometimes it's a hard thing, but it's important. It's important to be accountable for even the little things, even these hate watchers, If you hate somebody, just don't watch them. Don't give them the view. It's more than giving them a view. You're giving them your headspace, your energy, your mood, your thoughts, your conversations later, whenever you pick up your phone to text somebody and be like, dear, this is what they said and who they said it about and blah, blah. You're giving them too much. I think that also has a lot to do with why things have gotten a little out of control. Power trippers, people that are power tripping, going real life, power tripping. I'm going to destroy this person. I'm going to watch them bleed, blah, 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 blah. All the crazy stuff. Because they've been given too much power and authority in everybody else's lives. They think that they're so important that what they speak and think and want and say is more important than anyone else. That's not the case. It's just not. It's not meant to be mean. It's just meant to be truth. I think it's a matter of every one of us on this platform, whether we talk, listen, chat, don't chat, lurk, don't lurk, we all have responsibility and we're all accountable for even the decision to just watch. Even the decision to just watch. I just ask that while you're watching later tonight, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, the words that are being spoke about somebody else, the threats that are being made to somebody else, the real life action that you're watching take place against somebody else. The threats, if you're in the discords, if you're in the side or the back chats, if you're privy to the private conversations and you know the people, I'm not asking you to out them, but I'm asking you to see them and the actions for what they really are. And put yourself in the equation. What if that was directed at you? Somebody that you truly cared about and loved. And if you're okay with it happening to somebody that you love and care about, by all means, indulge yourself. But if you're not, ask yourself, if you were next on the receiving end of the viciousness, the lies, the manipulation, the slander, if it's your life, would you want people to stand in support of you? Would you want people to say, that's bullshit? That's wrong? We should never allow that? We have a place where you can be heard. You're right. Even if you don't like the person, even if I don't like you, if I can't watch it happen to you, I can't. I can't watch somebody's life be just completely ripped to shreds because it makes somebody feel good to do it. Makes somebody feel powerful to do it. But if you're watching it, can you ask yourself, if it's happening to you, would you still sit by and watch and find entertainment value? Would you still be encouraging it? If not, stop watching. Stop giving these people power. Stop building their egos and filling their head. Because it might be you next. Pay attention. It's not just other channels that people are going after. We have to do something. I'm not asking you to be out slinging a sledgehammer, making threats, falling in line, picking a side. I'm just saying right from wrong. If you don't want it done to you, think about if it were done to you. Would you want me to watch? Would you want everybody else to watch and encourage it? Cheer it on? Be behind the scenes gathering up all the fake information and, put yourself in the other person's shoes, whether you like them or not. Because it's happening and it keeps happening and it keeps getting worse. I'm not okay with it. I'm just not. Even people I don't like, I wouldn't want to see be dragged through the shit that people are being dragged through today. Whether it's for a power trip, whether it's for clicks and views, whether it's for growing your channel, whether it's for money. We're all accountable for our part. Hey, Keith. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, Stellar. Always good seeing you. So if you can sleep tonight knowing that person that you've been watching ripped to shreds or their life played out before your eyes If you can sleep tonight knowing that you could be next, hats off to you. You're a truly terrible human being. But can you at least think about if it happens to you? Who's going to support you? Who's going to care? Who's going to care about what they're doing to you now when you don't care about the people before you? You don't have to like them. You don't have to like anybody. But you have to acknowledge that you have a part. That's what I want to talk about tomorrow. So I'm going to end for now. It's 9:20. Been here about an hour. Thanks to everybody who stopped in. I definitely have some opinions about this, and I want the open conversation. I want the hard talk, the shit nobody wants to talk about, the things people don't want to admit to, things that they don't even want to say out loud. Come in your alt account, whatever it is, but I want the conversation. Because we're either going to help clean the place up or we're all going to leave one way or the other. I'm just tired of seeing people that I care about, people that are good people, or people who stood and said, that behavior is not okay. Be attacked and ripped to shreds. I'm kind of tired of that, okay? We're adults. We're supposed to be setting the example for those who are younger than us, those that have less life experience. We're supposed to be humans. First thing that should be important is caring about other people. So everybody have a great night. Go have fun in the chats. Go laugh out loud. Please don't partake or join with this attack. Please don't. Please put yourself in the shoes, whether you like the person or not. Not asking you to stand up for it, but just don't be there. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks, everybody. I love y'all. Bye.